Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. It is time for our weekly track roundup where I go over the tracks that I thought were the best and the not so best of this past week. First, I want to give a shout out to the tour that we are doing this May on the West Coast from the 6th to the 12th. Here is the tour poster. The first date is already sold out, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to go on this tour, I recommend getting tickets sooner rather than later. We still have tickets for Seattle, Portland, San Fran, Los Angeles, San Diego. Link to get tickets down there below. Also down there below is a link to our sponsor, the good people over at The Ridge. They make these nifty metal-plated wallets that fit nicely in your front pocket, and they hold up really well, as I've been rocking mine for months now, and it's still as sturdy and as hard as the day I grabbed it. You can grab one for yourself down below via the link in the description box and use promo code MELON to get 10% off of your order. Cool? Cool. Also down there are our Amazon and Turntable Lab associate links. Hit up that TTL link. Get yourself a turntable you've been eyeing. Get yourself a record. We get kickback from it. Supports the segment. Supports the channel. And here are the worst tracks of the week, in my opinion. First off, the new Logic song, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. It's got a decent instrumental. It has an okay flow, but do not be fooled, everyone, okay? This is a bad, corny PSA masquerading as a rap song, okay? That's actually what it is. Yeah, that's actually what it is. I have a full-length review of it over on the Fantano channel if you want to hear me talk about it a little bit more, but that's kind of the gist of my opinion on the track. Moving on from there, the new Budos band song, Veil of Shadows, has some admirable elements to it, but the horrid, reverby, soul-sucking production just takes away any potential appeal that this track has. Unfortunately, hopefully, the rest of this new record is not exactly like this. I'm hoping there's a bit more meat on the bone sonically as far as the production goes on this new album. Moving on from there, Broken Social Scene has a brand new track out titled Can't Find My Heart, which is pretty much like a very generic melodramatic piece of indie rock with absolutely no personality to it. Kind of shocking considering the wealth of artistic minds and instrumentation Broken Social Scene usually has at their disposal. It doesn't really seem to be bearing out on this new track over here, sadly. And let's move on to the tracks that I thought were kind of meh. Not blowing me away, but not, terrible either. First off, this new Tierra whack cut. Okay, she has a new song out titled Unemployed. I admire that she's been dropping one single after another over the past few weeks. This, however, is maybe my least favorite of the bunch. She does have some decent quotables and a cool flow on this cut, but the instrumental is really just kind of like a generic trap beat without much in the way of anything memorable about it, frankly. Moving on from there, we have this brand new cut over here from Tame Impala. Kevin Parker is back. New album on the way. People have been freaking out about this brand new song. And I think it's okay. I think it's got some nice groovy rhythms on it. It's got some glam vibes. It's got some synth pop vibes. It's got some disco vibes. But Kevin Parker's vocals at the core of the song really do leave a lot to be desired. And song-wise, I just think the track is truly just out to lunch, honestly. Moving on from there, brand new track from Pronoun. Didn't love this track as much as I did the previous one from this project, but I do like the peppy power pop energy coming off of this new song quite a bit. Temporary Tantrum is the title of it. Moving on from there, Comethazine and A$AP Rocky have teamed up on a brand new song, or rather remix of the track Walk, which in my opinion does kind of breathe new life into this song. I'm still not a super big Comethazine fan or anything, but I do feel like building the track out and bringing A$AP onto the cut, which I think is one of his more solid features in a while, has improved the track quite a bit. Moving on from there, we have Avey, Tare, Horse, new song and music video album that people, the Anco fans, are freaking out about, and honestly not too crazy about it myself. It's got a pretty straightforward ballad on it. It is a very listenable and gentle piece of psychedelic folk. But even though I wasn't crazy about his last record, I think a lot of the sounds on that album sounded riskier than what he's doing here, more adventurous than what he's doing here. This, to my ears, just sounds, very average for Avey. Certainly not as terrible as anything that some of the worst records he's dropped in the past, but, just seems very run-of-the-mill, in my opinion. Moving on from there, ANOHNI has a new track out titled Karma, which has some very lonely linear guitar lines on it. Very linear progression as well, I guess. Some repetitive vocal lines and stuff that I wish changed up a bit more as the track moved forward, but still, the vocal performance is nice. The guitar playing is nice. It does have a very kind of eerie, chilling, and dreary vibe to the song that I like quite a bit. So if you like your art pop dark and chilled, do try this one out. Moving on from there, we have the best tracks of the week, the ones that really wowed me, the ones that really left the largest impression on me. Let's start with this new track from Weyes Movies, which is an elegantly composed piece of art pop with some great instrumentation surrounding the ballad. Love the music video it's attached to as well. This has easily become one of my most anticipated pop records of the year, so really looking forward to that. Also, this new track from Wand, the band's latest material, has really been wowing me, liking the psych rock vibes that the band is pulling together. But this new track over here plays it a little straighter, a bit drier of a sound, kind of a power pop energy to it that I think is really cool. And, it's nice they're sounding a little versatile as they're building up to this new record of theirs. Quelle Chris, currently I would say the most underrated rapper in Detroit, has a new record on the way. Every teaser from it so far has been stellar. And this new track over here, Obamacare, is also stellar. In fact, it is the grittiest and grimiest song that he has offered from this new album, Guns, so far. And also features an absolutely hilarious hook. And just really looking forward to hearing this record because it's currently one of my most anticipated hip-hop records of the year. Moving on from there, Pup has a couple of new tracks out, Sibling, Rivalry, and Scorpion Hill. They've been dropping a lot of fire in preparation for their new record, and I'm really loving the mix of gritty and gruff pop punk and emo on their latest material. Their new record, I certainly think is shaping up to maybe be their best as of right now. Moving on from there, Mavis Staples has a brand new track out, Change, which I think is pretty great. It's got some pretty standard vocals from her and kind of a rustic bluesy, build and progression, but I do love the protest song element of what she's saying in her lyrics so much. It does bring the track a great energy and appeal to my ears. Lizzo has a brand new track that she's been hyping up and freaking out about this week because it features her hero Missy Elliott on it, and she does have a very nice section around the bridge of the song where she kind of hypes it up a little bit. It's nice, but really the selling point of the track is truly Lizzo. As with all her latest material, she just kind of continues to kill it and just brings this incredible wit and aura and energy to her tracks, and great vocals, great flow, and a huge bassy instrumental that is absolutely exciting on the track. Also digging on this new Jamila Woods song, a nice blend of kind of alternative, artsy R&B, a bit of a throwback, some neo-soul vibes on this cut as well that I thought were quite nice. And she has a new record on the way, so keep an eye and an ear out for what she is doing too. I know I will be. Also digging on the new Injury Reserve song, Jailbreak the Tesla, featuring Aminé. And I'm kind of surprised by the risks that the trio are taking on this new crop of tracks. The music video left me scratching my head because it kind of felt like a really weird Tesla commercial. Aminé's verse was absolutely hilarious. Loved the Elon and Grimes references. Loved the kind of industrial club trap elements of the instrumental. Richie's verse to me felt like super materialistic, but was it a statement on that? Is it just like a weird flex? Then there's all these like lines about hacking into the Tesla. It's a really weird cut. It's incredibly odd, and again, really admiring the risks and the moves the trio are making as of late, including that track. And the last song that I want to give a shout out to in this segment is the newest track from Full of Hell, Burning Myrrh. And typically I'm not really all that wowed by a lot of Full of Hell's, solo band efforts. But honestly, for a track that from them is not a collaborative one, this one does have quite a bit of energy and color to it. I love the way the blood-curdling shrieks and growls and everything in between kind of layer on top of each other in a really horrid, nasty way on this track. And just really enjoying what the band is doing on this new song. Hopefully we hear nastier sounds from them in the future on this new full-length album of theirs on the way. And that is going to be it for the weekly track roundup, I think, everybody. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. Once more, shout out to the Ridge for sponsoring us, continuation of the sponsorship. And once more, link down below the ticket links for the tour dates and everything that we have coming up in May. And also, all the songs that I just talked about are linked down below. So if you guys wanted to listen to any of these tracks, hit up any of these songs, that's where they are, down below. And we will see you guys in the next one. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Track Roundup, forever.